Good morning. Happy Saturday. Um, Sorry that I am starting a bit late today. Um, I took full strength decongestant going to bed, which probably wasn't smart. I had a little bit of trouble sleeping, so I accidentally slept in a little bit. Um, but here we are today, continuing our Unplayed series. This game is the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. Now, this is a game that starts with C, but the fact is I didn't own this game back when I was at CO. I only just got this game like yesterday, 2 days ago, something like that. After spending a couple minutes on the demo. And this game is actually on sale right now during this stream. By the time the video's up on YouTube, it probably won't be anymore. I think it ends in 24 hours. But it's 20% off, and I got it for 20% off. And yeah, something about this game just kind of grabbed me. The music is beautiful. I like the art style, and it is kind of a visual novel, it seems like, in terms of like it has a choose your own adventure aspect and multiple endings depending on your choices. But something else cool is that you get to design cards in order to foretell the future, and I'm not super sure how the foretelling works, but actually having the creativity to design your own cards, it looked really cool. So yeah, this game just kind of grabbed me, and I didn't pay full price, but I paid 20% off on Steam and got it. And the last game that I did that for was Aces and Adventures, which turned out to be a great buy. So we'll see if I made a similarly good impulse decision here. Oh, it looks like it saved my progress from the demo. It says continue. Interesting. But I want to do a new game. We're just gonna delete that save data. Excuse me. Game autosaves and overrides your progress as you go. You can't change slots mid-story to try different options. After all, this is a game about fate. Also, content warning, this game is mature. So, send the kiddos away. It tackles sensitive themes and content, including self-harm, suicide, discrimination, gender dysphoria, depression, anxiety, nudity, sexual themes, crude language, and use of legal drugs. So just be aware of that. Eternal void, heed the words of a prisoner. I beg of you, send me a curse to break this immortal isolation. Hear the chant my mentor once forbid me to recite. Stranger to my soul, invade my body. Stranger to my soul, invade my mind. Grant me an eye to see beyond my torment. Take pride, my sorrow. Oh, take my pride, my sorrow, my chains. Turn them into power, wisdom, revenge. Stranger to my soul, invade my magic. Stranger to my soul, become my faith. Not sure what kind of voice I should do here. That's a beautiful song. It feels great to be awakened again. Who are you? I think I chose rightly. My name is Fortuna. I'm a witch. Why did you summon me? Because I would rather lose my pride than my sanity. Sounds fun. Tell me more. I was condemned to exile by the leader of my coven. Today marks the 200th year of my millennium-long sentence. And I can't take it anymore. I need your help. What do you use as a clock? Humanity's cradle, planet Earth. Oh, 200 human years. That's quite some time. I feel you. I had been imprisoned for 5,402 years until you summoned me. Isolation can really do a number on you. A number on you? I will help you. I shall become your familiar. Thank you, Abramahar. Abramar. Yeah, Abramar. Now, get comfortable. We are going to seal a contract. I'm not doing any movement or anything yet. First of all, allow me to express my gratitude. I am really thankful you freed me from my cosmic prison. Of course, you are welcome. Is something the matter? Not really, it's just that after all the reading I did about behemoths, I didn't expect your behavior to be so... mundane? Whoa, mundane. That hurt. I think that's what I was thinking too. He uses colloquialisms. I mean, that's fine, it's just... Oh, I mean, you're still intimidating, but I always pictured you speaking in archaic poetry or something like that. Ha 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 ha. I like you. I like you so much, I'm going to let you pick the terms of our contract. You will still have to pay a high price for my magic, though. I'm well aware of that. I won't back off. Alright, then let's begin your training. The ceremony is 5 days long. Let me know when you're ready to begin. Right now. Ha 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 ha. You are already my favorite master. The first day is the easiest one, an interview so we can get to know each other. Lesson 1, Admittance. Tell me about yourself. What is your specialty? I'm a fortune teller. Apt name, Fortuna for a fortune teller. Oh, one of my favorites. Would you mind doing a reading for me? I can't. As part of my sentence... Adana, we're gonna go with Adana, banished my tarot deck. Adana is the leader of my coven. Wow, you must have done something really grave to get exiled and deprived of your magic. I foretold the falling of my coven. Bleak, but how are your visions your fault? After my premonition, the coven was consumed by despair. Many witches came to me for counsel to prepare before the end times. Adana didn't like that. She holds supreme authority in our coven, so she decided to exile me to this wandering asteroid. Our leader determined that even if all covens must fall eventually, advertising their demise only pushes the catastrophe forward. Adana decided my power posed a great danger to the peace inside our coven. She concluded that I had to learn to reason instead of relying exclusively on my gift. So I was sentenced to meditate for a millennium, deprived of my deck. Since I'm here, I deduced that you don't agree with your leader's judgment. She was afraid of my influence. Many of our sisters put their trust in my advice. I'm sure that hag thought I was undermining her supremacy and decided to cast me out. You sure sound sour about it. Would you kill her, should you have the chance? Ooh, our first choice. Would you kill her, should you have the chance? I mean, she banished me for a millennium. That's 1,000 years. But on the other hand, we do seem to be immortal beings if we're, or at least have a very long lifespan, if we're living that long. So maybe it's not the same scale as I'm thinking of as a human. I'm gonna say no. No. Isolation didn't eat away your mercy yet, I see. Okay, I will help you recover your powers. Will you get me a new tarot deck? Tarot? No. I mean, tarot is cute, but it's too human-centric to grasp the hidden truths of the cosmos. You will create your own deck. My own deck? I wouldn't even know where to begin. Shh, leave the details to me. That is what these 5 days of training are for. You're going back to witch school, Fortuna. For this training, we will review the 4 basic elements of magic: air, water, earth, and fire. Oh no. Don't worry, it will be fun. Plus, you'll get to seal a contract with me for each of those energies. Excuse me. Now get some rest. Tomorrow we will start with the invisible energy, air. Lesson 2, Context. First day of school, are you nervous? To be honest, I'm just happy to be able to hear something other than my own voice. Jeez. Ha, that's cool. Today we are going to talk about air. I'm going to focus on what will be useful for creating our own divination deck. Understood. Air represents the invisible, the negative space, that which imbues everything. Air is the collective subconscious, energy within a community, the ecosystem. Air is everything that surrounds us. Air is context. Exactly. Master your air and you will acquire unparalleled awareness. There is power in knowing one's place. Even when isolated, you are one with the cosmos. Now, for the first part of our contract, we will seal our air energies together. Yes, please. As I promised, I will let you decide the nature of every seal. You just need to answer a question. But be careful. Your answers will affect your fate, dramatically. I'm ready. For the air seal, how do you want to be perceived? Do I want to be feared, adored, or pitied? That's it. Why would anybody want to be pitied? Well, I guess as this is a first playthrough, I'll just be honest. I want to be adored. I want to be adored. Ready for an ego trip, eh? I'm on board. Inspiring adoration will allow you to gather support from many, but be careful you don't get overthrown by your idol persona. I understand. Allow me to seal our air energies together then. That hurt. That felt good. Can't you feel the power? Yes, I feel it, but I also felt like I was tearing apart. Well, girl, I am a behemoth after all. What did you expect? I know. I can take it. Good. Now focus on that bit of air energy we unlocked. We're going to use it to create our first card. I notice you have a ceremonial tokonoma for witchcraft in the basement. Head over there and I will teach you to create cards. Oh, okay. It's the first time I've had to move. If I could explore other things in the room. Didn't really look like it. Oh, create card. This is the Arcane Grimoire. Here, you will acquire magic images that can be used to craft your cards. There are 3 types: spheres for the backgrounds, arcana for the main figure on the card, and symbols to add some magic pizzazz to your compositions. They all cost magic energy to summon. Right now, you can only acquire air-type elements because we've only unlocked the air seal. But you can go ahead and browse the grimoire to savor your future creations, haha. Okay, so it looks like our options are the Opera House, an enchanted opera house that magnifies the emotions of anything sung inside its chambers. Okay, so this is a different energy type. So the purple one is the one we want, and it says select. Quicksand Graveyard, a magical cemetery for witches who dared to tamper with time. The quicksand absorbs the bodies and turns their souls into heat. Brutal. Pleasant Prairie, another option for us. When Jasmine's mentor retired, she summoned a dozen acres of enchanted grasslands inspired by a poem written by the youngest witch of her coven. Aw, that's nice. Moonstone Temple. Before magical enslavement was forbidden, the long-lost coven of the Jade Sculptors tasked 7 major demons, with carving a gigantic temple out of a moon. The unspeakable dimensions of the temple make the witches who study inside its halls aware of their insignificance within the universe, and enhances their powers through humility. Vyalana Payashyothi. During the last war before the Age of Witches, the ancients pierced these lands so deep the planet is always bleeding lava. The first witches tried to heal this dominion by covering it with the tears of water deities. The waters of Vyalana Payashyothi are forever boiling. Rituals performed using the salt from these waters grant access to the most profound emotions. The road. The road back is lethal, the road ahead is unknown. Demonic Desert Lands, home of Dahlia, the Daggersmith Witch. The white sands of this dominion are cursed. Earth sediments wake up and transform into bone demons. Dahlia hunts them and uses their bodies and innards to craft ceremonial knives. Okay, so there's some that have mixed costs too. Haven't really been looking. The Shipwreck Library, the home of a water deity that collects every letter that was never sent or never got to its destination. Witches can purchase this lost knowledge in exchange for unedited poems or beautiful shells. Charred Battlefield. War is meaningless. VY Canis Majoris, one of the largest known stars, the forbidden behemoth, was once imprisoned at the core of this red hypergiant. Sunset Docks, a humble wooden dock cursed by a heartbroken witch. The legends say that anyone who parts ways with someone and sails away from this dock will never meet the one they left behind again. Jade Monk's Waterfalls, home of the Coven of the Jade Sculptors. Oh, that's the Jade Sculptors again. The giant Jade Monk statues guard the souls of every member of the clan. If you bring the heart of a deceased Jade Witch back to these waterfalls, she can be born again as a mortal, retaining her memories but not her skills. Those who are reborn must act as servants for the living witches of their coven. Okay, so witches are not immortal. They can die, just probably takes them a long time. Gem Skull Belt. Or maybe they don't die of old age, but they can be killed, perhaps. Gem Skull Belt. Less than a century ago, the architect Witch Greth carved 13 skull-shaped rooms out of an asteroid belt, all connected by ivory walk bridges. The rumors say these chambers turn a witch's words into energy and allow them to communicate with extra-dimensional beings. Nomad Sky Caravan. The best merchants of the galaxy, they couldn't figure out how to travel through space, so they tore away a piece of their homeland skies and took it with them. A blue nebula full of flying ships that soar the Milky Way. That's an option. That's really funny. I like that. Titan Quarry. Titans are said to be able to mine a planet the size of Earth in less than 50 years. Their kind is unable to hurt a soul, so they only mine asteroids or planets that are unable to sustain life. No one knows what they are mined materials for. They are happy to share their ore if you ask them with respect. Oh, nice. The 100-column worship. Inside the Warhorse Nebula, there is a passage to non-Euclidean canyon filled with 100 obsidian towers. No witch knows who erected them. If you climb onto a tower, you can see versions of yourself looking back at you from the many windows of the rest of the towers. Or are they the ones being watched? Defrenia, a city of blacksmiths built inside the skeleton of a titanic behemoth. The bone marrow of the fallen beast burns for eons, so their forges are always alight. The Red Strings Club, a cursed cocktail bar. Reminder, mature rating. There is drinking and stuff in this. Cursed cocktail bar that takes the soul of whoever owns it hostage in exchange for supernatural abilities to read into their customers' souls. Forgotten Factory. Many millennia ago, before witches cracked the cosmic code to manipulate matter, they built a factory under the crust of Venus. It was operated by iron golems, and it allowed many human covens to expand beyond the solar system. Magical Post Office. A magic forest realm inside the folds of time, only accessible by witches' familiars. The magical post office is the quickest way to send letters and parcels from one witch dominion to another. Witches favor this method of communication because there's no known way to tamper with it. Okay, so I've got a couple of options here. I think I like the Sky Caravan. It was pretty cool. So that was the background. Now we can choose the figure. The Seed of Knowledge. Astral behemoth that hides behind the moon of planets which harbor underdeveloped cultures like the solar system's Earth. It puts myth from other dimensions inside of mortal minds to guide and protect them. Harpy Herald. Okay, harbinger of newfound paths. The Herald has been spreading occult discoveries from coven to coven since she was created by the corpse of the archwitch Kedamia. Sidereal Lovers, a goddess in love with a sidereal snake, an ever-burning passion that shatters the fabric of the void. The Shaman. Okay, so that's another option. Shamans have been taking care of the soul and heart of many tribes since the birth of the mortal kin. These mortals can grasp a blur of the ideas we witches weave into the light of the stars. Pilot from the Machina cult. The Coven of the Machina cult erected these steel golems according to the instructions detailed in the scriptures that the Bedlam Automata handed to her coven after returning from a 70-year-long trip into a black hole. Dude, some of this stuff is wild. The Gold Blower. One of the artisans, a minor god who crafts blessed jars. Water poured from an amphora blown by the gold blower will make fruit grow out of dead soil. Wine poured from a gold vase will make mortals find love. Tea poured from a golden kettle will inspire witches to write new spells. Wolf Mother and Children. A behemoth born from the erratic retelling of a popular fable. Every time a witch tells a story, the seed of knowledge absorbs the sentiments of her words. When a tale is narrated enough times, a minor behemoth will appear. The Wolf Mother now wanders the cosmos, adopting orphan magical creatures. Oh, that's nice. Duchess of Solace, a fairy that offers her services as a dominatrix for sorceresses lost in lust. When a witch draws her power from passion, she can reach a point at which her libido takes control. With her extensive erotic repertoire, the Duchess of Solace has never failed to exhaust a lustful witch and return her to normal. Mature content warning. Fire for the Heretic. Although humanity has a long history of witch burning, they have never managed to burn a real witch. Banner Bearer. Considered puny cowards, these witches know there's nothing braver than to charge onto the battlefield with a cloth instead of a sword. Forbidden Door to Pleasure. Witches found this door changed the ever-expanding edges of this universe. No one's ever dared to go through it. Once, a young witch looked through its keyhole and fell victim to a 7-year-long orgasm. Addicted, she went back to look again, but this time she exploded into red dust. The Dragon. Born from the imagination of mortals and extinct because of their greed, dragons were known for keeping treasure and grudges. Harvest Oracle. A behemoth that keeps 3 of every known seed in this universe. Witches can ask for any of these seeds, under the oath to restock them after they collect the fruit. Should they fail to deliver, the eyes of that witch will turn into said seeds, and the oracle will come to harvest them. The Purple Blood Seeker. The last coyote gunslinger. Just random, okay, motorcycle, sure. Out to hunt down the scions of the purple blood behemoth throughout the vast cosmos. She feeds on their blood and extends her life to prolong her never-ending vengeance. Dear Folk Paladin. Guardians of the Deerfolk Witch Coven. Just like humans, male deerfolk can't become witches. Oh, okay. I guess only females can become witches? Unlike humans, male deerfolk aren't blind to magic, and they have given their lives to the service of their coven to protect knowledge and hunt traitors. The Bartender. Sorry, I was seeing my microphone was given a little bit of but it looks like it stopped. He is used to mourn and celebrate with people from all walks of life. He knows how to look into the soul of a mortal, and he knows how to exploit it. Avian Dancer. Exotic dancing spirits that are summoned throughout the universe for their ability to take a celebration to levels of pure ecstasy. They have never visited planet Earth. The Florist. A very old man that has given his entire life to the art of growing and reading flowers. He has got to know not only their names and properties, but their effects on the hearts of mortals. The Astronaut. He knows that time is a sea and not a line. He is on a quest to make the universe equal and just for every life form. Dunahrai. The Fallen Hero. Heroes don't protect the people, but ideals. A symbol of resilience and sacrifice. They can only be killed by corruption. Okay, so I think I only had two choices. The Harpy Herald and the Shaman. I think I'm going to go with the Harpy Herald. And then finally we're going to select Symbol. Golden Shovel, the last bladed tool forged by the Gold Blower. Oh, we saw him earlier. The Golden Shovel is hollow, so you can feel the energy resonances of the earth while you dig. Bottomless Jug. Its contents are sour because it pours the unshed tears of the dead. The Asteroid. Asteroids are astral bodies with destination. When an asteroid is born, it is written in its core where and when it will crash. They will bring fire and change. Ruby Candlelamp. Unnatural crimson flames enlighten the dark paths of the mind. They shed light over hidden courage but also rage. Onyx Trumpet. A blatant way to announce your will and desire. The instrument has many detractors, but no one is able to ignore its sentiment. Okay, so that's an option for us. Cane of Sacred Wood. A cane carved out of wood from a sacred willow makes grass sprout from every hole it pokes on even the most arid soil. Ether Wings. One of the most popular spells among beginner witches, the Ether Wings spell not only allows the user to fly, but also allows them to gift wings to other beings. Glass Trident. They say it only makes traitors bleed. There's only one, and it has been lost since they used it in the trial that got Adana expelled from her former coven. Oh, that's the lady who exiled me. Geruk Tekuk. My German pronunciation is old. A magic trinket created by boiling seashells in beluga oil and marrowbone. Whenever you whisper into a Geruk Tekuk, will transform into gossip that spreads like wildfire among mortals and witches alike. Minister of Secrets. Whenever you confess, the Minister of Secrets will keep anyone from spreading it. The spell will break if the eel dies. Obsidian Sledgehammer. Bolts fixed to the earth by an obsidian sledgehammer are impossible to remove unless you recite the words carved in the hammer's head. They are often used to trap demons or set up camps in the wildlands. Fire Whip of Dominance. A popular tool among witch summoners to tame fire elementals. The spirits do not submit because of the pain, but because of the pleasure. Igniting Saber. Blades made out of demon bones that can light on fire if you whisper the name of the beast they came from. Arbiter Book. An arbiter's most essential tool, whatever they write in these books, is updated immediately in the Master Grimoire, and, once the information is classified by a superior officer, replicated throughout every book of every arbiter. Jade Roadkeepers. The Coven of the Jade Sculptors craft these little guardians to bless their roads. Whoever walks a path blessed by a Jade Roadkeeper will be free from thieves and predators. Blue Light Torch. Eyes for the night, pain for the wraith. The Inevitable Three. A summonable flock of legendary prey birds that can deliver any message, hunt any fugitive, and steal any trinket. Tower Shield. It protects a warrior from their ankles to their eyes, a common piece of equipment for the Deerfolk Paladins. Swordfish Liquor. 1 glass will make you happy, 2 glasses will make you horny, 3 glasses will make you honest. Hunter Witch Rifle. Witches that specialize in hunting magical beasts often turn their wands into rifles. These weapons are able to shoot any magic spell sealed inside a sapphire bullet. Dark Matter Bow. An arcane bow designed to hunt spirits. It cannot hurt physical entities, so sometimes witches use it for mock battles and recreating William Tell's infamous shot. Verdus Mirror. A mirror that only shows the reflection of its owner. You cannot lie while looking at it, so witches use it to find out if they are fooling themselves, which happens quite often. Snowcat Eyes. The eyes of a cat from the Crystal Nebula dimension. If you seal the eye of a snowcat in a glass doll, it'll come to life and protect you until it shatters. They are extremely fragile and extremely dangerous. Iron Golem. Iron Servant of the Forge Planet. Okay. So my choices were a book, a trumpet, and some wings, I think. I think I'm gonna grab the trumpet. Now build your first card. You can move the background and drag, rotate, or scale the images around. Add as many images as you want from the stock at the side of the card. Don't worry, it won't cost you extra energy. Put your soul into it. Okay. What if I okay, I can't delete the main person. That makes sense. The one thing that I can't figure out is how to do the background, and I guess I'm supposed to be using a controller for this. Hang on. Ugh. They say, how dare you use a mouse and keyboard for what appears to be a narrative game. Okay. So, right trigger, hold, move background. Aha! Yeah, I want to see those cool caravans. Okay. And then we'll do that. I'm gonna put that in her hand. So we're gonna move it forward. Oop. Oh, I can also rotate it. Oh, maybe not. Oh, I just hit the wrong thing. I hit the bumper instead of trigger. So I can lean it back like this. That's cool. Yeah, I think that's good now. And then let's grab this trumpet here. Oh, she needs to be back more. Okay, hang on. Yeah. And then there's little cloudies. That we can add. Interesting. It also has little scrolls and things. I think that's good though. I kind of like that. She's jumping out and being like, "Hey, I have a song to play. What up?" Hymn to Fortune. The meaning of a card varies depending on which elements you combine. Air elements lean toward relationships, community, and karma. Pay attention to your studies so you can tune your divination style towards the ideas that you fancy the most. It can be tricky at the beginning. The only way to master this is through experience. So, the card legend says, the merchant caravan spreads conversations, a strong avatar for justice, imbued with purpose. The sound from the trumpet garners everyone's attention. A hurricane of air energy will stir luck and call for the unexpected. Leadership, purpose, justice, predestination, and luck. Alright, cool. I made my first card! Oh, I now can't use my mouse anymore. I want to be able to use my mouse. Hang on a second. I might have to just use the backgrounds that it gives me. Or just connect and disconnect. Superbase says, let her sniff. Yeah, a little bit. Did you like it? Looks promising. It was a bit confusing. I prefer tarot. I'm gonna say it was a bit confusing. I don't really get how these cards will play out. I understand. As in tarot, this new deck will require some study and practice to draw out its true potential. But after you master it, these cards will truly jazz up your divination game. It will all make more sense when you try your hand at reading them. We'll wait until you've made at least 2 cards, though. There's not a lot of predestination in shuffling a single card. Ha 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 ha. I'm sorry, you must be tired. Go to bed and review the fundamentals of air. Tomorrow we will unlock your water. Thank you, Abramar. Thanks to you, Fortuna. I will make you happy, I promise. Good night. The game feels slightly self-aware. I'd say more than a little. So that's as far as I got in the demo, was making my first card. Do not be afraid of him. Become his master. Lesson 3. Emotion. Dude, I really like the music in this game. O Fortuna, each day me cometh to teach us thee. For briefeth is the cosmos and eternal thy grief. What are you doing? Ha 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 ha. I thought I could get more in character to satisfy your expectations. Earlier she was like, why are you talking in like normal vernacular? I'd rather focus on our studies. Oh, come on. You're not the only one excited about being able to talk to somebody after eternal imprisonment. Loosen up a bit. So I could say, Abramar, get on with the studies, please, or enough, I command you to focus, or, oh, leaf familiar, what charm are we studying today? Well, the little interlude was like, don't be afraid to be his master, so I'm gonna say, enough, I command you to focus. Wow. You like to play tough, huh? Duly noted. Allow me to begin the lesson now, master. The second element we will unlock is water. It knows it's confusing. Oh yeah. Water represents the substance. Oh, water represents substance, meaning the hidden nature of things. Water comes in many shapes: purpose, desire, willpower. Did they establish what he is? He is a behemoth. So, to catch you up, Super Base, I am Fortuna, the witch, sitting in the house over here. I foretold, I'm a fortune teller, I had a tarot deck, and I foretold the end the fall of my coven. And that caused a lot of strife in the coven, and the leader of the coven banished me for it. Said that, you know, you shouldn't share all fortunes, and you need to focus on reason, so I banished you to meditate for a millennium. So I've been stranded on this asteroid for 200 years, alone, got tired of it, summoned this guy. You do like the touch of the door having seals on it, yeah. And so Abramar is helping me to get my magic back so that I can leave my imprisonment. But of course, I'm having to give up stuff as well. So this is a narrative game. The choices are going to impact the story. Water is everything that lives inside of you. Water is emotion. That's a good synthesis, yes. Master your water and you will have the key to any heart or soul. Also, your clock has a tiny face on it, yeah. There's power in empathy and self-awareness. Water isn't my forte, but I understand. Yeah, I noticed that. But don't worry, I'm here to support you. Now, for the second part of our contract, we will seal our water energies together. Yes, please. Again, you decide the nature of our contract. Answer this question, and remember, your answers will affect your fate dramatically. I know. For the water seal, what is your innermost desire? Power, romance, or knowledge? You can't unsee that his top eyes are synced up, but his others aren't. The overworld sprite is slightly ahead of his dialogue sprite. Aww. Yeah, just a little bit. So for the air seal, he asked, how do you want to be perceived? And the choices were, I want to be feared, I want to be loved, I want to be pitied. And I chose I wanted to be loved. So I could just go romance and just go all in on the love. Letters woob. Oh, love. Yeah, I guess I'll go romance. Romance. Interesting that you specified romance and not just love. If it's sex that you're interested in, I can provide that. No need to waste a seal. Shut up. Ha 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 ha. Romance it is then. I wasn't joking about the sex though. I mean, we've both been isolated for far too long. If you ever feel like it, I'd be happy to oblige. I have a question. When will all the contracts we've been sealing become effective? Immediately. I mean, they are etched into the cosmic wheel as we speak. In time, it'll all come to you, and you will be pretty aware of the moment they are delivered. I see. I can tell you one thing for sure. They'll come in the same order we sealed them. First, you will get your adoration. You'll notice how people idolize you. With time, you'll know those who will satisfy your thirst for romance. A behemoth in the streets, Faye in the sheets, yeah. Then, whatever we seal on your earth will happen. And finally, in the distant future, you will pay the price we agree on the fire seal. A price, huh? Everything you've asked for will come at a price. I guess your summoning spell is forbidden for a reason, huh? Having second thoughts? No. I need this. Seal the second contract already. Brace yourself. Ugh, my bones. Woohoo! Girl, you have power. I just hope this torture is worth it. It will be, have faith. Can I make a new card now? Yes, same as yesterday. Head to the basement. Can I check out anything else in the house? Does not appear that I can. So this is the card I already made. So we want to do something watery. Profound emotions. A library. Sunset docks. It looks like I could also use my remaining air to do something like this, Jade Monk Waterfalls. Or I could make a literal bar. Given how long he has been... I'm glad they don't have him getting impatient after like 30 seconds. Given how long he's been sealed, I imagine he has become quite patient, yeah. Alright. Well... I'm gonna do the bar, because I think that that's funny. Oh, the bartender requires air, too, so I can't pick him. That makes me sad. Alright, forbidden door to pleasure it is. Let's see what we got here. Bottomless jug. Last trident. Harper's book. Oh no, that's a air thing. Swordfish liquor. Yeah, that belongs in a bar. Letters, oh my. Did you see the description on the forbidden door to pleasure? It's dangerous, only slightly. One of the MTG card streamers you follow has It Danger as one of his custom AI card ratings. Yeah, apparently no one has ever gone through this door, but there was a young witch who looked through the peephole and ended up having a 7-year orgasm, and then was addicted, went back to look again, but that time just exploded into pink dust. So I'm gonna put this in the background. Oh, maybe I can't. So it'll be like the door to come in is open type of thing. It's Zybers means looks cool and fun to play with. I don't like that. I'm just gonna have it be open. I'm gonna have the door be open. And that's how they see inside. I think that's good enough. Maybe have the lamp a little higher. Matching the swordfish height. Transhumanism. Fortuna, are you listening? Look into their souls. The door holds the promise for quenching many kinds of thirst. The swordfish liquor runs with truth. A flood of water can unleash hidden potentials. Introspection, yearning, passion, and power. Now, come upstairs. You're going to read the cards for me. Well, see you in 7 years, buddy. Time for some divination. This is your area of expertise, so guide me through this. Okay, a card reading with just 2 cards, huh? We need to test if these really work, so I'll do a reading we can confirm on the spot. I'm going to read your past. Whoa, that's bold. I like it. I'm ready. Ahem. It's been a couple of centuries without my deck. I may be a bit rusty. You just enjoy it. You're among friends here. Okay, it's going to be a very simple reading. I'm going to draw a card and place it on this spot to read into your past. Here we go. Huh. There was a time in which you were worshipped by a coven. Oh. You have been tricked, tortured, or destroyed numerous times. You are older than this universe. Okay, so those are my only 3 options. Let me think. Based on what it indicated that this means, air is context, air, and the middle one seems good. If he gets too strong, we can destroy him. Well, I don't know if he's going to say that I'm wrong. But the hymn to fortune is like a messenger. I'm gonna say there was a time in which you were worshipped by a coven. Kappa means not serious. Oh yes, those were the days. It didn't end well for me, though. How's that? Well, there was this time a lustful witch summoned me to help her gather a harem of 100 of the most beautiful witches, the most beautiful among witches and fairies. Looking back, those were some fun times, but when the time came to pay the price, the witch and her 100 lovers cast a spell to break me into 99 pieces. Oh, okay, so he was also betrayed. And they scattered me around the cosmos. I'm so sorry to hear that. It took my next summoner 10 millennia to gather all my pieces and repair me through kintsugi. Oh, that's why he has the gold. So that's where all your golden scars come from. Yes. You won't betray me, right? So far, I'm nothing but grateful. You've got a great ally in me, then. Wow, what was that? I felt an energy surge. That is your deck harvesting energy. Whenever you do a reading, you'll harvest magic akin to the card you drew. Fortune-telling will be your main source of energy once we seal our pact. I see. Alright, the cards work. They work like a charm, I must say. You're a gifted fortune-teller, my friend. Thank you. I really missed this. I almost forgot how exciting it is to dig into the secrets of the cosmic wheel. I'm so happy for you. And I am so thankful, Abramar. Ha ha ha, we're just getting started. Now go get some rest. Tomorrow we'll make another card and do some more divination. Looking forward to it. Good night. A wheel, you say? It's the title! Abramar's been betrayed many times in the past. What do you plan to do with him? Everyone discard their hand and draw 7. Lesson 4. Strength. Today's lesson is about Earth. This is a powerful one. Weren't the other ones powerful as well? Silly question. What is the most expensive MTG card you have either been hit with or had played against you? Most expensive, like CMC or dollars? Money-wise. I don't know. My playgroup was more of like budgety. I've never had Dockside played against me. I know of Dockside, but maybe land tax? Land tax is pretty expensive. Well, of course. But this one is pure potential. Literally power. Oh, okay. Glad to see you excited. Let's begin the lesson, please. Okay, Earth. How can I sum it up? Earth represents determination, empowerment, everything that pushes you forward. Earth is grounding, support, the source, but also direction of your force. Earth is your drive. Earth is strength. That's it. But bear in mind that it doesn't only refer to your own capabilities, but also to the support of your allies. To master one's Earth is to be aware of where to look for potential, not to be drunk on one's power. Motherly love, loyalty, sisterhood, those are also forms of Earth energy. I understand. Now, for the third part of our contract, we will seal our Earth energies together. Lay the question on me. Remember, your answers will affect your fate dramatically. For the Earth seal, what do you want to become your main source of determination? I can do love, the support of my friends, conquest, defeating my rivals, and myself, personal growth and self-realization. We're going to keep on with the love train. Love, the support of my friends. Oh, that's beautiful. Pity I'm your only prospect for friendship. Hey, I have friends. One of the reasons I've summoned you is to get back to meet them again. So if your magic works as well as you boast, you'll get to see them soon enough. I hope so, otherwise activating your Earth Seal is going to be pretty lame. Even if we can't see each other, they have my back, I know it. I see. Heartwarming. Now we'll seal our Earth energies together. Get ready. The power! I love Earth contracts. I almost vomited with this one. Yes, Earth has a lot of presence. I've seen other witches puke right after sealing it. I'm one of the tough ones then. Oh, you bet you are. You have been the first one not to cry during the ceremony. Although, we still have fire to seal. That one's painful even to me. Oh no. You can do this. Only one to go. Now to the fun part. Let's make a card! I'm actually going to give my thoughts really quickly and then run an ad break. So this, we've been playing for an hour. So far I'm enjoying it. I like the banter between Abramar and Fortuna. I like designing the cards. But I also feel like we're still in the beginning of the game. Like, that there's going to be more to it than this. Like, this is almost like the setup for the game. Because I'm assuming once we seal all the contracts, I'm going to get back to Earth, or wherever my friends are. Could be some planet other than Earth. And then we're going to be, like, doing stuff. So, yeah. I'm liking the game so far. I love the music. I like being able to create the cards. So I'm pretty happy with this purchase so far. But I'm going to take a quick break in order to eat this apple, and, because it's ad break time. So, I will BRB, and we'll keep playing. Okay. Apple consumed, nose emptied, ready to resume. Okay. So I want to focus on Earth costs. I kind of like the Moonstone Temple, to be honest. It looks pretty cool to me. You just noticed Tiny Rogues had an update and you love the effect? Ooh. What's going on? I mean, give him his shovel. Huh. You can either make him a horse person or give him legs. Or make him a serpent. That's interesting. I can do it with the mouse and keyboard. You just have to go over here. That's amazing. I'm gonna make him a serpent guy. I think he's blowing some glass on the roof. As he's chillaxing up there. Okay, so Super says there are certain perks that give you a benefit for completing things without taking damage. For example, Thief in the Night, complete a boss fight without taking damage for 25% better odds at rare rewards. There's also one for finishing an entire floor without damage for 4 choices of rewards instead of 3. The update, block, armor, and suppression no longer count as damage for these achievements, but rather protect you. Oh, so it's easier to get them. That's pretty cool. I don't know, maybe he should be down here. Sitting on the ground. Then the shovel makes more sense. Oh wow, you can scale it too. Nice and tall. Make these guys a little smaller in the background. I think it's just kind of fun being creative, you know? I Okay. I think that's pretty good. Maybe have this down a little more. It also means taking these bonuses is actually worth something, yeah. It's the Golden Altar. The Moonstone Temple is a gateway to illumination. A golden vase holding fresh flowers will bring happiness to a homestead. The golden shovel is a symbol of determination. Excessive earth energy can lead to immobility. So happiness, support, success, indifference, stagnation. Nicely done. Come upstairs and do a reading for me, would you? Okay, we have 3 cards now. Any ideas on what to read next? I'm going to read your desire. I want to find out what your true intentions are. You want to expose your teacher? You'll give me no quarter, huh? I'm game, do your worst. I need to know for the sake of our relationship. Alright, the Moonstone Temple is a gateway to illumination. So it means happiness, support, success, but the negative can be indifference or stagnation. So either you are deeply depressed, you yearn for peace of mind, or you feel alone, you want to find beings to share your existence with. I feel like both of those can kind of lead to the stagnation. I'm gonna do deeply depressed. I am depressed? Ha 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 ha. How could I be depressed? You don't even know what you're talking about. Are the cards wrong then? The deck is foolproof, but there's always human error. Well, I don't feel this card's wrong, and I'm not human, I'm a witch. You may be the almighty behemoth, but I am the fortune teller here, you're just my querent. When this happens, it usually doesn't mean that I'm wrong, but that the querent can't accept the reading. Come on, I'm older than time, I would know better. Lonely? Maybe. Frustrated? Resentful? For sure. But depressed? That's a human thing. I've never known a behemoth that's been depressed. Abramar, listen. It's okay, I can help you. I'm the one helping you here. Yes, and I'm grateful, but if you ever need to talk, I'll be happy to listen. You're not alone anymore. Wow, this witch. You will feel better, I promise. Sure. I think I'm going to draw another card. Oh, what for? You're quite a difficult character to read. I just can't tell what your deal is. In addition to your desire, I need to ask, why do you behave like this? What do you mean like this? Shh, let the card speak. Feel the need to make your superiority clear. You want to be my friend, you crave my approval. You are trying to seduce me. Maybe there is no right or wrong. This is the only one that gets me air. And I mean, it's a frickin' air card, so... You want to be my friend, you crave my approval. You don't mince words, eh? That's just what the card said. Yes, but you're the one phrasing it. In any case, it comes as a surprise. I would never have pictured a superior being like you needing validation from someone like me. I wouldn't go so far as needing validation. But it is true that I would love to be friends. I like you a lot. Well, we only have each other now, so aren't we friends already? Nah, it doesn't feel like it yet. I'd say for now we're partners at best. But I trust that in time we can develop a beautiful friendship beyond common interest. Or at least I hope you don't just dump me after you get what you want after this contract. Do I smell abandonment issues here? Come on, you know what I've been through. And I only told you a couple of stories off the top of my head. I've been put through hell. Like I said, fan the sheets. Oh, I'm sorry. I just find it amusing to see the forbidden behemoth of legend dealing with such mundane problems. Hey, personal relationships are far from mundane. They are one of the greatest energies of the cosmos, air and water, remember? True, I'm sorry. You went in for the kill with this reading, didn't you? That's my divination style. If we don't dig into the intense stuff, we might as well just have a normal conversation. You're absolutely right. I can see I won't get bored with you. What now? I'm the one that needs some rest after today's session. Go and review what we've studied so far and get ready for tomorrow's lesson. Fire is the last seal and also the most trying of the energies. Very well. Were you the leader of your coven, how would you punish someone for having summoned Abramar? Would exile suffice? Would you be able to forgive something like this? Or maybe you would think it worthy of death. Lesson 5. Conflict. Ready for more? Yes. How have you found the ceremony so far? I like how he keeps asking for consent. Do you want to review any elements before continuing? I don't think so. It was pretty basic stuff. Understood. What's the matter? You're not as chipper as usual. Ah, yes, I'm sorry. Fire is usually my favorite lesson, and it marks the final step before our contract becomes effective, which I'm looking forward to. But I have a bad feeling about this. That's odd. Based on your act and all so far, I thought you'd enjoyed the threat of dire consequences. Oh, of course I do. That kind of adrenaline is my favorite thing in the cosmos. What is it then? Look, you're right. I better stop dwelling on silly worries and focus on our training. I'm just moody for some reason. It's not silly. What do you say we look into it with our cards after we finish today's session? That might be a good idea. That's one of the perks of being summoned by a fortune teller. Ha 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 ha. So true. You're on. It'll be a good challenge as the final test for this new deck. That's the Abramar I know. I need you sharp for the final lesson. Fire it is then. This element is usually feared by most and yearned for by those with ill will. But fire is more versatile than most magic practitioners think it is. Fire represents adversity, battle, everything that is against you. Fire is challenge, intimidation, the fuel of every battle. Fire is your wrath. Fire is conflict. Exactly. But don't just dwell on the negative aspects of that definition. Conflict also means growth. The only time fire is bad is when you're on the losing side. And even in defeat, there's a great deal of growth. We are the living example of that, haha. Master your fire and you will conquer anything the cosmos throws at you. To tell you the truth, I'm more intimidated by water. I'm actually quite fond of fire. Ha 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 ha. Maybe that's why we get along so well. Now, the final contract. This answer will affect your fate profoundly. For the fire seal, what will you sacrifice to access my magic? So I am immortal. I can do my immortality, the coven, or the life of whoever I love most. See, this is great, because my whole thing has been love, relationships, wanting to connect with other people. And all three of these mean disconnection. Either I die, and so I'm disconnected from them, the coven dies, or the person I love dies. I'm gonna say the coven though, screw them. They exiled me. And I already foretold, I'm gonna make the thing true. Wow, that is brutal. Why? Doesn't mean they'll all die. They could just disband, right? Oh, it doesn't mean that they will all die. They could just disband, right? Yes, or they could be absorbed by a more powerful coven. Or they could all fuse into a single, all-too-powerful witch. I've seen it happen. There are many possibilities, but still, to use everyone you know as a payment is wild. Do you want to reconsider? No, my final answer. As you wish. I will etch your decision into the cosmic wheel and pray it doesn't break you apart when the time comes to pay the price. Brace yourself. I already foretold that the coven was gonna fall, so I'm just making that a reality. Can't breathe. This pain, it burns. It's breaking my atoms apart. I love it. Help me. Fortuna? Cutscene. Opening sequence. Want to know your prediction of the twist? Sure. Tutorial completed. Her friends never gave up on her, and thus she is still part of the coven? Oh, interesting. Someone destroying the coven, she also destroys herself? That'd be pretty sick. Chapter 1, Arbitrage. What happened? Sorry, I had to wake you up. You've been asleep for a couple of days. You dropped dead after we sealed the fire contract. I thought it might be too much, so I let you rest. I feel dizzy. I had the weirdest dreams. Oh yeah? What about? Can't remember, but it felt premonitory. I feel bad for waking you up, but you have some business to attend to. What do you mean? Look at the window, you've got a visitor. That falcon, that's a familiar from an arbiter. What's an arbiter? The Arbitrage Office is an organism composed of former witches unaffiliated with any coven that ensures no witch is operating outside the laws of the Magical Pact. Which I believe I am doing. They also rule over conflicts between different covens and rarely interfere with internal affairs. It was founded about 4,000 years ago, so it makes sense that you don't know them? Yeah, that happened during my slumber. Why were they created? Well, both the Arbiters and the Magical Pact were created after an especially bloody witch war that ended with our coven burning 87 witches inside of a white star. Brutal. To avoid future atrocities, some witches vowed to stop using magic and focus exclusively on keeping the peace. Oh, did I read it wrong? In the beginning, it was a group of devotees who... Oh, you were making a pun. In the beginning, it was a group of devotees who wanted to avoid tragedy, but nowadays it's mainly composed of outcasts that have to serve the Arbitrage's office as a lifelong punishment. Wow, things have gotten a lot bleaker since I was last put to sleep. This all happened before my time. Okay, so that means that I am less than 5,000 years old, but I'm more afraid of having witch wars than witch cops. And what do you think the Arbiter wants? Maybe they noticed I summoned you? That's impossible. My arts are untraceable. Then there's only one way to find out. Let's invite her over. Sure, I'll make myself invisible whenever you get a visit. Also, you have some energy pooled from sealing the fire contract in case you want to expand your deck before inviting the Arbiter over. Okay, plus I still owe you a reading, right? Don't worry about it. There will be time for that. Okay, but you're not off the hook. We'll look into what worries you eventually. As if I could escape you. Alright, I'm gonna make another card. I like the planet. should set her a little more. Oh, hang on. There's a piece that's behind her. The head. Okay. Ardent honeymoon. The energy of the star is fierce, a love too intense on the verge of turning into hatred. The asteroid foretells imminent tragedy. The overstimulated fire energy becomes a cleansing power, death and rebirth. Deception, the unknown, rejection, bad omen, change and rebirth. Oh, I can make more cards if I want to. Huh. I could do something very water-centric. I don't really have a lot of energy left. So I'm going to back out of that. Alright, guess I'll check out what the Arbiter's Familiar wants. Dear Fortuna, my name is Thea, and I write to you from the Arbitrage Office. Your personal situation caught the attention of my superiors, who tasked me with reviewing your case. I would like to interview you regarding your exile, and write a plea to your Coven's leader to revisit your case if we judge the punishment to be excessive. Yours faithfully, Thea, Arbitrage Badge 210, rank Waxing Crescent. That's hilarious. I wonder if that would have happened regardless, or if my making the contract made that happen. Unclear. We'll invite them. Why not? Instructions unclear, eyes stuck in red door. Thanks for having me. My name is Thea, Arbiter Badge 210. Thank you for coming, Arbiter. I really appreciate the office paying attention to my case. I've been isolated for 200 years so far. That's precisely why I'm here. The Arbitrator's Office recently discovered your situation, and we are worried it may go awry for the community. Excessive punishments beget rancor, and 1,000-year-long exile? Perfect recipe to build up a lot of bad blood. And we all know what a witch can do with surplus of bad blood. But I'm here to help you, like someone at Behemoth. Let me know about your case, and we'll look for a way to make you feel better. Thank you. I already had a meeting with Adana, the leader of your witch clan. Adana told me you predicted the fall of your coven. She explained to me that she didn't punish you for that, though. She punished you because of how you handled it. Apparently, you plunged the coven into chaos, giving ill advice to any witch, telling them to prepare for the end times. And those actions almost destroyed the coven before its time. So she decided to exile you and deprive you of your deck so that you can meditate on the range and meaning of your powers. Now, that's the official version. I'm interested in what you have to say. Do you think what you did was wrong? No, a premonition that grave should be disclosed to the community. You don't agree with your leader's judgment. That is not dangerous per se, but is a bad ingredient to add to the pot of imprisonment. What would you have done then? If the end were nigh, you would like to know, right? I shouldn't give my opinion. I have to act as a neutral party, Fortuna. Next question. Do you think your punishment is fair? Lie. Yes, I trust Adana's judgment. Absolutely not. This is way too excessive. I understand. Hardly anyone would accept this kind of sentence. How are you coping with centuries of isolation? This is horrible. Help me, please. Oh no. We need to fix your situation. Top priority. Thank you. I think we can at least alleviate your sentence somehow. I still don't understand why Adana deprived you of your tarot deck. I mean, if you're isolated, what does she care if you have your magic or not? That's something I'm supposed to reflect on while exiled. It's a pity because I'd love to have had my fortune read. Anyway, before I leave, as an arbiter, I'm obliged to ask. Anything to confess? Actually, I am crafting a new deck for divination. Oh, wow. That's bold. But I don't think what you're doing is illegal. Adana took your tarot deck from you, but she doesn't have authority over your new creations, yet. I'm sure she won't be happy to hear it, though. You don't need to report to Adana, right? I trust the office's neutrality. Of course, unless you break the magical pact or it becomes relevant during a trial, we won't disclose sensitive information from our investigation. In any case, what I'm crafting isn't a tarot deck, it's something new. Oh, really? Can I see it? Would you like a reading? Ahem. As an arbiter, it's my duty to make sure that your new project doesn't break the magical pact, so I would love a reading very much, please. It'll be my pleasure. Is there something you want to ask the deck? I want to know what's in the future regarding my career as an arbiter. Very well. I'm going to draw 2 cards for you. The first one to look for opportunities and good omens, and the second one to warn you about possible challenges or adversities. That's scary. Would you prefer not to know? No, please, go ahead. Alright, here we go. You're going to be promoted to a higher rank. Oh, why? Can't really tell why or how, but I'm pretty sure you will be promoted in the Arbitrator's office. Not really due a promotion until I do 5 more years of service, though. What I'm reading is a lot closer than that. Wow, how is that possible? The cards didn't say, but you'll earn it by doing something important. Congrats. Now I'm all nervous thinking about what it's going to be. Just be ready for any opportunity and do your best. Understood. Oh my, you were going to kill a witch. Don't worry, everything's going to be alright. You were going to kill a witch. Me? That's impossible. Is there any scenario in which an arbiter could take down a witch? Well, yes. I mean, it's super rare. That witch would have to be caught doing something terrible, like being on an uncontrollable murder rampage. Or being about to summon a forbidden behemoth, I don't know. That would be awful, yes. And that's as a last resort. We should always attempt arrest first. That's good to know. If I find myself in the situation you foresee, I'll do my best to avoid casualties, I promise. I don't know if this is something avoidable, but do your best. Understood. Maybe that's how you'll get your promotion? Well, if I avoid a major catastrophe, it is possible, yes. Still, it'll be my last resort. I wouldn't like to add taking down a witch to my resume. Well, what do you think of my new deck? I want to be adored. That was amazing! And a bit scary, but mostly amazing. Thank you. Your gift could be a very valuable asset for our office. It's a crime that you're imprisoned here. Well, I shouldn't position myself in such matters. At least not that strongly, hee hee. In any case, it's an objective truth that your skills are wasted on this forsaken rock. Now, as an arbiter, I can't simply overrule Adana's sentence, but I am going to lift the ban on visitation. Wow, can you really do that? I just requested a permit from the main office. It'll become effective as soon as my arbiter's notebook gets updated with a moon stamp. Arbitrage forms are updated in the master grimoire as soon as my pen touches the paper. All of what I've written so far is already in the office archives. You girls sure are efficient, eh? There are witch covens all around the universe. We can't afford to be traveling back and forth to the moon temple all the time. Makes sense. And it's official. You can now receive guests on your cute asteroid home. That makes me happier than I can express. Tee hee hee. You deserve this. I'm just happy to be able to ease your pain. Thank you so much. I'm just doing my job. Do you want me to let your coven know? Just let Jasmine and Dahlia know for now. I'm not ready to go public yet. It's been 200 years. I understand. I'll send a falcon to each of them. Thanks again. Well, I should be going now. It's been a pleasure to meet you, and thanks for the reading. Even if it was so ominous. Take care. Let me know if there's any trouble. Bye. Chapter 2, The Making of a Witch. I think we're flashing back. And I had a 5-minute long orgasm. No way, you're shitting me. How do you know it was 5 minutes? Were you counting? I swear, I don't know what he did to me. I pushed him away when I started coming. He rolled up a cigarette and smoked it while watching me squirm. When he put it away, I was still fighting the last spasms over the carpet. I'm so jealous. I want to have a super orgasm too. How did he do it? Well, he put this... That played a major role, but I think it was a combination of many factors. The incense, the cocktails he prepared, the music, the smell of the sea. If you aren't sure, does that make it an either orgasm? The planets just aligned, what can I say? So cool! Hearing about your sex adventures is so fun, you should write a book. I'd rather keep it between us. I don't want everybody to discover I'm a sex goddess. Imagine dealing with all those slimy middle-aged guys at the office. True. You should calm down with the sex goddess stuff a little, or you end up finding trouble. More trouble, I mean. Oh, come on, it's only been a couple of scares. What's life for, if not to enjoy ourselves? You need to find someone half as good as me to understand all the good sex you've been missing out on, sis. Ew. I've gotta say, I wouldn't mind experiencing for myself what a goddess can do. Ha 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 ha, what are you saying? You have Alicia. Actually, we broke up. Oh, girl, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry, Eva, what happened? We've been dating since high school, and I guess we just drifted apart. But you looked so good together the last time we had dinner at your apartment. Yeah, we've always been good at putting up a front. But the truth is that this last year we've been fighting too many times a week. What about? Oh, the stupidest details. I have my theory about what was pissing Alicia off anyway. I think these are mortal humans. Like maybe it's before they became witches. I tried to confront her about it, but she wouldn't admit it because that would make her a bad person or something. It's because of all the activism, right? Wow, how'd you know? Nah, I just said it because it pisses me off a bit too, to be honest. Patrice! I guess sometimes I can be a bit too passionate? It's not that. Being around someone that fundamentally good can be frustrating. She has backstory? Which makes sense. I mean, you're vegan, only consume local produce, wear repurposed clothes, volunteer at a soup kitchen. But that's not much of a sacrifice, it's just about working on your habits, really. Come on. Okay, I get it, but I never asked Alicia to do all those things. Like I said, it's not your fault, but I couldn't be happier eating Burger King and wearing leather boots next to you. Come on, I'm sure their relationship was more complicated than that. Nah, she's dead right. She just couldn't stand this goody two-shoes. Look, the sea. Ah, it smells so good. We're here, girls. Let's offer our souls to the ocean and cleanse all the shit we picked up from the city. Can't wait to see the meteor shower. I'm gonna wish for the three of us to leave everything behind and come live here. I love you. Aw, always so corny. Haha, we love you too. Fortuna, are you a virgin? What? Why would you ask that? Ha ha ha. You never talk about dating, and I've never known any boyfriends or girlfriends of yours. I've had sex, but I've never had a relationship. Don't try to look cool. My sister had sex once in high school, and that's it. There's nothing wrong with that, I was just curious. I don't know, I like sex, I think. But I rarely find anyone that piques my interest. Well, don't worry, you'll find someone special eventually. And if she doesn't find anyone, that's alright too. Relationships are overrated. Maybe. Stay out of my business, you two. It's the next stop, I'm pulling over. I'm gonna start preparing dinner. Do you feel like pizza? Yes! My body is so ready for pizza. Do it, sis. Coming right up. Oh, I am actually making the pizza. Let's do it. Let's make a pizza. Gonna put some veggies on it, cause that's how I roll. Gonna put some mushrooms and cheese. Mushrooms and cheese. It doesn't want me to grab the little mushroom, so that's fine. Can I grab some olives? Yes, I can. We're gonna say that's good enough. There's something magic about this dough. Having a sister that owns a food truck sure is a perk. Yeah, thanks for the pizza and for the ride, Fortuna. And for forcing me to eat cheese. Oh no, I'm so sorry. It wasn't on purpose. I made the pizza on autopilot. It's okay. I mean, cheese is the thing I miss the most from having gone vegan. This is a beautiful accident. But try not to feed me cheese again, please. Yes, I'm sorry. I cannot fathom a pizza without cheese. I wouldn't even call it pizza. I can make nice pizzas without cheese, too. I bet I could make one even you would enjoy. What do you mean, even me? Someone with as high standards and as few manners as you. Hey! Ha 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 ha. You're kidding, right? Yes, of course, relax. She knows how to piss you off, huh? Yeah, what a talent. By the way, how long until the meteor shower? It could start any minute now. We'll definitely be watching stars fall in less than an hour. What are you girls going to be asking for? Huh, we're not supposed to tell, are we? That's up to you. But I believe the stars don't care about what you say out loud. What are you going to wish for? Many things. I have a list, haha. But I guess that my most important wish is... I want to become a better person. What do you mean? You're already a good person. Don't bother sweet-talking me. I can tell. I see it reflected in you and in the people in the office, and in every guy after they ejaculate. I'm obnoxious. You could work on your empathy a bit, yeah. Fortuna! It's okay, we promised we'd never bullshit each other, right, little asshole? I love you. I love you too. Arg, I'll never get you too. Ah, I guess we're a pair of mean sisters, and that's all there is to it. What do you plan to wish for, Eva? I want to save the world. Come on, you can't really be that selfless. No, really. It makes me really anxious, even with everything I do. No matter if I recycle, consume critically, go to rallies, or donate part of my income to fight poverty, the world always moves in the wrong direction. We can't fight whoever's in the driver's seat. I want the stars to help me not give up against impending doom. I'm sorry. Eva, would you like me to help you figure this stuff out with my cards? Oh, yes, please. I've been thinking about your tarot deck all day, but I was too shy to ask, haha. You know I enjoy reading your fortune. Please go ahead. Alright, what do you want to know? I want to know about the world's fate. That's very brave. Are you sure you want to ask the tarot about this? Yes. Even if what we find is something terrible? Yes. Okay. We'll look into the fate of the world. Also, I'd like to know what I can do to make it a better place. Understood. Focus on those questions in your mind while I shuffle the cards. I wonder if this is going to be actual tarot. It is actual tarot! Temperance. The kind and calm figure personifies moderation, harmony, and synthesis. The water flowing between jugs is an avatar of communication. Overpopulation will leave most of humanity to live inside computers. We will get to witness the beginning of an era of space travel. In time, humanity will expand beyond the solar system. Climate change will make human life unsustainable, and we will take refuge in massive dome cities. You will get to witness the beginning of an era of space travel. In time, humanity will expand beyond the solar system. Wow, really? That's amazing, but how can you tell? You won't get to set foot on other planets, but your grandson will prosper on Mars. Haha, you're just messing with me, right? On the other hand, the Earth will slowly die, overexploited in service of the conquest of space. Many animal species will perish. In time, Earth will be reduced to a planetary slum. Stop, just stop. You're messing with me, right? I swear to you, this is what the cards are telling me. You're usually more vague, like, there will be an opportunity to develop yourself, or you will soon face a challenge. Now you're like channeling visions from another dimension or something. Yeah, I'm surprised too. Maybe it's the energy of the meteor shower, or some planets we don't know about just aligned over my deck. But I see it as clear as I see your face. This is the fate of the world. How can you say these things with a straight face? I can't decide whether to laugh or cry. Do you still want to know what you can do about all this? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's hear the whole joke. Oh boy. The beast is the keeper of everything that is forbidden. Their servants ooze with lust and invite you to fall upon temptation. Enlightenment beyond corruption. Your most effective course of action will be to resort to illegal and aggressive methods. You'll set up a guerrilla propaganda group that becomes famous worldwide. Nothing you do will matter. Better give up and have fun. Oof. Oh no! That's if you want to make a dent in the world's fate. Otherwise, you'll be left making ridiculous changes to what you eat and how you live just to minimize the damage done by others. Is this the cards speaking, or are you just lecturing me? The cards, I swear. I'm investigating what elements could frustrate you enough to set you on the radical path. In fact, I can see your legacy, a revolutionary movement that will last centuries. But that's terrible. If I ever start a group, I swear to you I'm going to call it Forgive Us or something like that in case it gets out of control. Although, it would be cool to be the founder of a space pirate fleet, huh? But I foretold you won't get to leave this planet. Shh, let me have something to dream about at least. I didn't expect the cards to be this wild and specific, I'm so sorry. Nah, it's alright. It's been scary, but also fun. If your prediction ever becomes real, my grandchildren will think I've lost it when I keep telling them how my friend predicted all this through tarot. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. You're aware that you just totally screwed with Ava's head, right? I didn't mean to. Haha, come on, it hasn't been that bad. A future that distant just feels like fiction, prophecy or not. What about you? Now that you know the fate of the world, what are your plans? I feel sorry for the Earth, but I believe it would be beautiful for humanity to reach other planets. I love space. I would love to leave this planet. Oh, maybe you'll get to visit Mars. I don't think so. Fortuna foretold I'll have bone cancer in my 50s. So I doubt I'll ever get to reach the stars. That's horrible. Why would you tell your sister that, Fortuna? We were kids, and I dared her to read as far as she could into my future. I've never read to anyone's end ever again. I felt a terrifying presence lurking beyond my vision, like if I could keep on reading beyond death, then... now I'm scared. I will never forget that feeling. At that moment, my fortune-telling skills were enhanced in some way. I've never been wrong since then. It's true, I can vouch for that. Don't tell me that. I don't want the world to go bananas. Maybe we can fight magic with magic. Look, the meteor shower has begun. Let's ask the shooting stars to fix the scary future. This is kind of sad. Since it's just the three of us on this beach, why don't we tell the stars what we want out loud? I already told you what I'm going to wish for, so I'm okay. Okay. I'll go first. Please, stars, save the world from the fate Fortuna foretold. Give us a chance to make it right. You made my sister sound like a villain, ha ha ha. Aw, don't say that. Stars, please, make my sister happy. Help her find whatever she's always been looking for. Hey, weren't you going to wish to become a better person? Nah, that wouldn't suit me. I'd rather use my wish to take care of my little sister. That means you're a good person already, hee hee. Oh, shut up, don't ruin my cool moment. Come on, Fortuna, ask them. Speak from your heart. It doesn't matter. Please, tell us. Where's your mind? What's the thing you want that's so wild only the stars could give it to you? I want you to be happy. I know there is something else. I smell it in the sea breeze. I keep seeing it in the dance of every flame. When I look at my cards, I can tell that magic is real. Yet everyone's always reminding me of how childish I am. I don't want to be a woman. I want to be a... Chapter 3, Sisterhood. Guess she wanted to be a witch. That wasn't so bad, right? That Arbiter, Thea, seems nice. Yeah, I feel like she genuinely wants to help. It's not a vibe you often get from magical authorities. So bold of you to go and confess you're crafting a new divination deck. I felt more powerful since I met you. I'm not scared of the Arbiters. It's too soon for me to be cast away again, Fortuna. I'm not saying you should be fearful, but please do exercise some caution. Don't worry, I got this. Should we do that reading we had pending now? It can wait. You have mail waiting to be read anyway. What's the matter? Are you scared? Scared? Who, me? Ha 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 ha. Yes, I am. What? Why? I've had other beings read me the cards, the stones, the bones, the pendulum, you name it. But what you do doesn't feel like fortune-telling. It feels like you're tearing the cosmic wheel apart. Your readings are too deep and too sharp. But that level of insight is something desirable in a seer, isn't it? Absolutely, you're the best I've ever seen in my long existence. But exposing oneself to your arts feels so taxing. I'm happy, though. It's been ages since someone stirred fear or unrest in me. Thank you. Happy to bother you, I guess. But don't think you'll be able to postpone this reading indefinitely. Ha ha ha, sure. Don't let me keep you now. It seems like you have friends eager to meet you again. Ah! Fortuna, this is great news. I'm dying to see you, girl. Say the word, and you'll have me coming through your window ASAP. Love, Dahlia. Dear Fortuna, is it true what the Arbiter's Falcon said? Can you receive visitors now? Oh my gosh, it's been centuries. How have you been? I would love to see you. Let me know when you're ready to meet me, please. Your friend Jasmine. I could go make another deck. I earned a little bit of stuff. Another card. So I have some amount of choice. I want the book. A book in the library makes sense. Yeah. That's also like buried treasure at the bottom of the sea. You know? Dude, I like the making of the tarot card. It's fun. Oops. So it's kind of like he's, looks like he's writing with the quill. Whoops. Not that far back. Because it can't really make them smaller. But yeah, I think that's cool. He's got a quill behind him too. I actually didn't realize. Deaf Guardian. The deity in the shipwreck scrutinizes every secret. Bonds blessed by the dragon will become passionate friendships. One look from the ancestral being can command mortals to sin. The Arbiter's book puts this revelation in front of many eyes. Mercy, wellness, authority, yearning, passion, temptation. Cool. Alright, I'll invite somebody to visit now. Oh, although, actually, I should run another ad break. So I'm gonna do that first, and then we'll invite one of our friends to visit. If you have a preference, thank you, on which one I should invite, let me know. So something I was just thinking about, and it's possible that choices could compound, but when the inspector was talking to me, or the arbiter, any of the 3 choices that I made for air would have made the same outcome. I picked that I was adored, so she was like, oh, you're so cool and you don't deserve to be here and blah blah blah, like, and it was like affectionate. But the other 2 choices were feared or pitied. So if she feared me, then oh well, I'll let her have some visitors so that she doesn't mess me up. Or if pitied, oh, you know, it's so sad she's in this exile. Let's give this to her. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure the dialogue would have changed, but the actual story wouldn't. Yeah, it encourages multiple playthroughs to kind of see what happens. I'm gonna invite Dahlia. Fortuna! Ha ha ha. Fortuna! It's me, Dahlia! Ha 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 ha. It's also funny, right now you're fighting Bahamut and Tiny Rogues, and he literally, as you said that, put on my screen, have you ever wondered about your destiny? Yep. I almost lost it, or maybe I did lose it. I don't really know anymore. His next line is, your destiny is to crumble the dust, a failure insignificant in the grand scheme of the universe. Wow. I would have gone after Adana to kill or be killed. Ah, I wish I had your strength. What are you saying? You're stronger than me. 200 years by yourself and you're still standing? I don't know anyone stronger than you. That's another kind of strength too, I guess. But I envy you, ready to go out with a bang. Not with a whimper like me. But you didn't go yet, girl. I'm sure you got plenty of pent-up energy ready to get back to the universe whenever you regain your freedom. Actually, I've been crafting my own divination deck. What? What do you mean crafting? You're making the cards and all? Yes, that's exactly it. I summon images from dominions of the cosmos for the backgrounds. Then I summon images of cosmic arcana and energy symbols, and I compose the design of the card with them. The meaning of the cards vary depending on which elements and energies I combine. That sounds crazy cool. Some of your favorites so far. I think I like the Golden Altar best. She foretold about getting to the stars almost a century before it happened. Tell you that myself. I don't think you can. We witches lie to ourselves by nature. I bet I'm not the only one who will learn things about Fortuna with this reading. Except with one condition. We look into your past, too. I'm in. I'm gonna say that that's my past. I can't see anything. Lies. Don't say those things out loud. He was gonna assassinate her, holy crap. Just in case, double check with the non-imaginary versions of us next time, before you consider murder. Okay, now that I'm done with my sandwich, Dolly is getting to the point. Thing that favor isn't for me, that's why I'm hesitating to ask. A good friend of mine is in a bit of trouble, and having just seen how amazing your new deck is, I wondered if you could help her. What happened? Her name is Greth. She's a witch architect. She mostly works asteroids and wandering moons in his temples. She's a pretty young witch, joined the coven around 130 years ago, so you wouldn't know her. But she's the purest, I'm sure you'll love her. Sure, I'd love to meet her, but stop beating around the bush. What happened? You must promise you won't tell anyone. I promise. She tried to summon a behemoth. What? A behemoth? What's that? Wow, that's like super illegal, isn't it? I can relate. Tell me more. What's your stance on this? That I want to protect my friends, of course. Happy to hear that. What kind of behemoth did Greth try to summon? Well, to protect me from its influence, she didn't give me many details. Greth tried to summon a builder behemoth to help her craft a special altar out of a titan's skull or something like that. But since she's an architect, their essences were so similar, the behemoth got entangled with her own being. They fused. Sorry, I keep having to pause. She hasn't even let me see her since the summoning went awry. Oh my, this sounds grave. She's desperate, that's why I'm coming to you. Your deck may be the only hope for her at this point. She can't stay hidden from the coven forever, and when they find out, I don't even want to think about it. I'll help her. I'll do everything in my power, I promise. Thank you, Fortuna. I must go now. I'll tell Greth to write you, and thank you for the reading. You're the best, and I love you, and I'm so happy to have you back. Excuse me. You didn't think it was possible, but Ruby, a tiny rogues dev, managed to make the Eden fight even cooler. Okay, so she brought us a side quest. I'm trying to fix my voice. I have like stuffy nose voice. So I guess I will check this one now. Previously used to right into an attack when she flew around the room and basically forced you to dodge the swords. So happy to see you, Fortuna. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I miss you so much. I love you. I love you too. I thought you still had a sentence of 8 centuries ahead of you. How in the cosmos did you manage to soften Adina? I didn't. It was an arbiter who took pity on me. Or, well, more than pity me. I think she was awestruck or something. Either way, she lifted the ban on visitation since she determined Adina's punishment was too severe. And that arbiter was dang right. I mean, I wouldn't dare to go against Adina's judgment, but keeping you from receiving guests is punishment for all the coven, not just you. You're just too precious. I missed you so much. I missed you too. So tell me, what did I miss in these 2 centuries? Shut up, you tell me about you. I'm not ready to go into that. It's nothing pretty. Isolation can take you down some dark paths. I'd rather hear about the outside world. It would mend my spirit a bit. Okay, what would you like to know about? What's the coven these days? Powerful, I'd say. We're growing beyond the scale of any other covens. That attack for replaced with one where she summons a barrier on the floor and you have to stay inside it to dodge an impossible wall of attacks outside the barrier. You have to pay attention to her attacks of the same color, which can go inside the barrier. And if the barrier starts moving around the room, you have to follow it when attacking her. Oh, wow. That sounds like a difficult boss pattern. Although it's becoming more and more demanding to keep up with Adana's direction. She's set up a system where we all have quarterly performance checks. Eden's a difficult boss. And that's made us all grow exponentially. Many other covens are trying to imitate our system to stay competitive. But some witches are having problems staying in the game. And if you accumulate too many low performance reviews, you get expelled from the coven. I'm doing fine though, don't worry about me. Fuck Adana. Seriously. Why would you take something as cool as being a witch and make it corporate? Fortuna! You can't keep saying these things if you plan on rejoining our coven. Or joining any other coven for what it's worth. One of her other attacks is Choose Your Destiny, where she spins a wheel board game style and you have to stop the wheel on where you want the breaks in her pattern to go. Huh. You should respect your elders. It's hard not to hate Adana at this point. This absurd punishment will scar me for the rest of my existence. I'm sorry, Fortuna. I'm being too insensitive. I can't even begin to imagine how you're feeling right now. Do you want to talk about it? No. I'm gonna need some time. I'd rather focus on getting back in touch with reality. Whatever you need, Fortuna. Anyway... Are you working on anything interesting? I am indeed. I am perfecting the art of enchanted chanoyu, also known as magical tea craft. You've always loved your plants. How did you end up focusing on making tea? Well, I spent centuries becoming intimate with all kinds of flora, and even if my books on the matter helped many witches around the universe, I wanted to start contributing to the community with something more practical. I developed numerous dried mixtures, all harvested from my own personal garden. Oh, she's a garden witch. The flowers I grow are nurtured by a delicate balance of light, music, poems, and tons of manure. Haha. Basically, now I deal with magical herbs. You can brew creativity enhancers, mind openers, astral projectors, summoning channelers. I'm quite popular inside and outside the coven now, hee hee hee. You feel more confident than the Jasmine I used to know, yeah. I'm happy for you. I'll bring you some tea next time we meet. Thank you. Anyway, any juice of gossip? Whoa, I thought you didn't enjoy gossip. I didn't, but I know you do, and I've been incredibly bored. So I'm considering getting into the Tittle Tattle Club. Haha, that's wonderful. Any genre you might be interested in? What about some romance? Romance, huh? There's always plenty of that going on, but I guess the biggest highlight from this century is from your mentor. Eugenia? Impossible, that hag doesn't have the ability to love. Maybe losing you made her realize that you have to love more openly and intensely. What then? She has a lover now? Hee 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 hee. She has a dozen! What? 12 lovers among witches, fairies, and deerfolk. Shut up. Ha 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 ha. I swear, she's changed a lot. She looks very happy now. Although, she hasn't accepted any new students after losing you. She's gone stag! Hey, stop saying she lost me. I'm still alive. Ah, of course. I'm sorry. Do you want me to tell her she can visit? I'm not sure. I don't need the kind of lecture she'll have pent up over 200 years right now. Come on, I'm sure she'll be very happy to be reunited with you. Okay, soon I promise, but not yet. Understood. Anyway, listen, I'm crafting a new divination deck. Oh, so that I didn't get to go back. There were other gossips that I didn't get to see. Okay, listen, I'm crafting a new divination deck. Oh, wow. Is it safe? It is unlike anything we've ever seen before. It's not tarot per se, every card has been handcrafted by me, and from what I can tell so far, it can pierce deeper and more clearly than any kind of oracle cards. Sounds exciting. Don't let Adana know, though. Of course, I understand. I know you don't like breaking the rules, but I don't believe I'm breaking them. She banned my tarot deck, but this is something totally new. Maybe this is what she meant to happen? I don't know, Fortuna. But you're exiled in any case. What harm could you do from so far away? I won't tell Adana. Thanks. So, do you want me to read your fortune? Yes. It's been so long since the last time you read for me. What was the last thing I asked you? How to make an arbiter fall in love with you. Oh, shut up. Oh my gods, you're right. I totally forgot about that girl. What a memory you have. I wonder what she's doing right now. We can look into it with my cards if you want. Nah, that's in the past now. I have more pressing concerns. What's gonna be then? My magical garden isn't doing so well lately. It feels ill, and I can't figure out what the problem is. So my question is, what's wrong with my garden? I see. Anything else? Since we're on the topic, I want to know the fate of my flowers. Will they survive this illness? Will they become famous across the cosmos? What's in store for my project? Understood. Focus on the smell of your garden while I shuffle my cards. Your pride is poisoning the soil, success has made you arrogant, and your garden is suffering for it. Or, your garden craves your tears, you've been feeding it nothing but nice emotions, now it has matured and needs truth to keep growing. I like this one. Your garden craves your tears, you've been feeding nothing but nice emotions, now it's matured and needs truth to keep growing. Oh, wow. That is some deep insight, Fortuna. I would never have thought of that. Now I can't wait to go back to work on my garden. You're a genius. Ah, glad to be of service. Your garden will grow beyond your wildest expectations. You will accept disciples and take care of an immense flower dominion. Your garden will become key to survival of the Coven during an extremely gruesome cosmic plague. The Jade Sculptors will grow addicted to your product. They will become your biggest benefactors, but also your biggest responsibility. I'm gonna let her be the savior. Oh wow. Happy to hear I'll be able to help, but I'm very worried right now. Maybe this is the cause of the demise of the Coven, like you predicted centuries ago? I don't think so. I said your garden will be the key to the survival of the Coven. Survival? Right. Then I better put myself to work if we want to minimize this plague's damage. Thanks for the warning. Don't burn yourself out, you're going to make it no matter what. Do you want to keep digging? That's alright, enough emotions for today. I don't know how I've been getting by without your guidance for 2 centuries now. That's because you're a badass witch. And my deck is only good for knowing in advance how amazing you're going to be. Aw, that's all on you, with or without divination. Aw, Fortuna, you're too good. I missed you so much. I miss you too. I need to go back to my garden now, but I promise you, I'm going to make up for all the time we've lost. See you soon. Thank you for coming. What a heartwarming reunion. I didn't take you for the intense friendship kind of character. It's all because of them. They're just too good and don't mind bearing with a weirdo like me. Don't sell yourself short. I'd say you're still the most interesting of the lot. I'm sure they experience the same kind of attraction I feel towards you. Come on, stop buttering me up. I'm not that charismatic. Is there something going on with my mic? It seems like maybe it's picking up background noise or background fuzziness. Because when I stop talking, it's still going a little bit. My mic seems fine. Okay. Streamlabs is being funny. I won't say it's charisma. It's something more primal, like how mortals can't avoid staring at flame. You woke up poetic today, huh? Say, what do you like best? Who do you like best, Jasmine or Dahlia? What kind of a childish question is that? Indulge me. I'm not asking this just to annoy you. As your mentor, I consider this an important introspection exercise. It'll make your divination better. Don't pretend to be all wise now. I know for a fact you just enjoy spilling the tea. Ha 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 ha. I'll give you a cop-out option even. Come on, just play along. Who do you like best, Jasmine, Dahlia, or me? Jasmine. Oh, why do you like Jasmine best? She's smart and considerate. Looks like someone you can converse with for hours, yep. On the other hand, I think I get bored of Dahlia really quick. Dahlia, she seems simple, don't you think? Hey, watch it! Dahlia's uncomplicated and pretty straightforward, but she might be smarter than you, and she could definitely kick your ass. You think? Want to find out? Ha 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 ha. Easy, I was just pushing your buttons to learn where you stand on each of them. They have all my respect, I swear. You better. Well, thanks for indulging me. I swear to you, this isn't gratuitous. I have my ways of mentoring, even if you find them ludicrous. As long as you help me through my exile, you can be as silly as you want. At your service. What's your plan now? I think I'll make some cards while I wait for a familiar from the architect, Greth. Good, let's build that deck. Let's try it like that. Urge. Overflowing with hate and regret, the quicksand taints its visitors. Setting what scares you on fire, there is truth in the face of your demons. The mirror dispels what isn't true. Judgment, test, communication, peace. Rivalry, tragedy, courage. Ooh, I just got an achievement for having 7 cards on my deck. The Siren Seducer. The ever-boiling sea of tears grants access to the most profound emotions. The unique beauty of the avian accesses untapped emotions. The ever-flowing water from the jugs represents inner desire. A flood of water can unleash hidden potentials. Communication, peace, yearning, passion, and power. I don't think I have enough to make more. Still no familiars in your window. What shall we do meanwhile? I don't know, just wait. It's okay. Bummer. I'm eager for some action. What do you do to kill time? You must be an expert at it. Usually I just drop myself on the bed and feel sorry for myself. But when my mood allows for it, I study or enjoy some interactive fiction. I accumulated quite a backlog, and going through it has had a lot of weight in keeping me sane during exile. Oh, fiction. I'm not a fan of fiction. The universe is already a great purveyor of stories. But you go ahead and do some reading. I'll look at the stars or something. Yeah, I might. What to do? I'm curious about the interactive fiction. Are we about to get a game inside a game? I'll pick an interactive tale at random for my collection. The Secret Cut by Jordi DePaco. There's always been a legend among butchers on the island of Terra Nova about a secret cut hidden inside cows with crimson fur. Cows with crimson fur are already a rarity, but finding this piece of meat is even rarer and requires a high level of skill to extract it undamaged. As the myth goes, whoever eats this delicacy will be blessed with unwavering health and good fortune. Not once in your 70 years as a butcher have you ever come across a crimson cow, until today. A farmer friend of yours brought it before dawn, a very young calf, just a few weeks old. He doesn't want to have anything to do with crimson cows since he believes they bring bad fortune. You're not sure if he's unaware of the legend or if he has really had bad experiences with them. In any case, there she is, her fur as bright as a bonfire, even in the dim light of your workshop. She's too precious to spare her life or butcher the cow. For the life of you, this animal is too unique to be turned into meat. You spare her life and adopt her as your life companion. You name her Rhapsody. She brings you health and happiness by means of company, not sustenance. She is gentle, loving, and patient. She listens to all your tales and reacts with a moo in just the right places. 4 years go by. Rhapsody grows big and soft. You have prepared a bucket of her favorite herbs to celebrate her 4th birthday. As you are singing happy birthday to her, an expensive black car drives slowly into your yard. The chauffeur gets out and opens the door to an old woman emblazoned with a fancy red coat. She joins the singing with a smile. "Good day to you, dear butcher," she says upon finishing the song. Rhapsody dives into her birthday treat. "I'm happy to find this fine specimen in good health. I'd like to purchase your cow." The chauffeur opens a bright briefcase in front of you. $1 million if you get the secret cut out for me. Well, I am a butcher. That is a lot of money, and you are a butcher after all. You let Rhapsody enjoy her last meal and guide her into your workshop. You kill her with a nail gun against her forehead, and she falls with a sonorous thud, as if a goddess was robbed of her might. You cut her open. You pull her aside piece by piece with ceremonial care. Finally, you get to the coveted meat, uncannily close to her heart. Your knife plunges into the soft meat, but you don't manage to rid your blade of emotion. Your pulse ruins the cut. I'm sorry, you cry, while your tears clean the blood off the knife. Well, that's too bad, the woman answers as if you were apologizing to her. She pays you $10,000 for the fur and the inconvenience, and leaves forever. As the butcher that you are, you make a fortune selling Rhapsody's meat. Everyone says it's delicious. You save the ruined cut for you. It's not delicious at all. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna try studying now. Alright, what do we have here? Excerpt On the Four Elements by Witch Eugenia. Womp womp, yeah. For the initiate, the fact that magic is reduced to 4 elements may strike them as an oversimplification, but the building blocks of our universe are simple. No matter what taxonomy you develop to understand reality, it always fits within the 4 elements. Even if you reject anything astral and focus on material things, reality can be divided into 4 elements: gas, air, liquid, water, solid, earth, and energy, fire. In a more philosophical sense, you can dissect anything by analyzing its where, earth, when, air, why, water, and how, fire. I don't know if that's as self-explanatory. You can even pick apart the most mundane things by these rules, for instance, a stone. Its air will reveal to you how it affects its environment, what the social preconceptions are about it, or how much time it has been standing there. Its water will allow you to access its potential to become poetry. The reason this stone and no other ended up at this particular place, or what its initial form was before erosion shaped it that way. Its earth demonstrates what the stone is made of, how good it would be as part of a wall, or even what kinds of carvings you could work onto it. Its fire tells us its potential to cause harm, how easy it would be to break apart, or how coveted that stone could be. As you see, the 4 elements open the gates of thought to infinite modes of analysis. I think it's time to sleep. I'll just rest for a bit. You dream about... You are performing a dance in front of 100 jade statues. You dance and sweat for 3 full days. You fail the final step, and the statues crumble, and you are engulfed in black flames. You enjoy it. Alright. Witch Fortuna, my friend Jasmine is always talking about you, and she told me you're allowed to have visitors now. Congratulations. Sorry for contacting you so abruptly, but I think your divinatory arts could help me regarding a thing with a personal project, and I'm in a bit of a desperate situation. Louise. Not yet. Here's Greth. My name is Greth. I'm a witch architect. I believe our common friend Dahlia told you about my situation. I need maximum discretion in the matter, so I'd rather talk in person if you are willing to have me. I'm going to invite her. Welcome, Greth. Hi, Fortuna. Thanks for having me. Dahlia filled me in briefly on your situation. Not that it isn't obvious just by looking at me, huh? Yeah, it looks bad. Let me say it out loud anyway for the sake of therapy. I've got a behemoth fused with me. How does it feel? Well, never thought I'd get that question. The few who know assume it's just fucked up, I guess. But if we're talking feelings here, it doesn't feel bad at all, actually. I mean, aesthetically it's terrible, but it doesn't hurt, and I can sort of communicate with the behemoth at an abstract level. If anything, I feel more powerful. Wow. Glad to hear you're not suffering in any case. But it isn't worth it. Firstly, because summoning a behemoth could well get me executed. But more importantly, I want my cute cheekbone back. Looks like an important loss, yes. So do you think you can help me? If there is a way to cure you, my deck will find it. But I need to know more about you first. Mind if I ask some questions? Of course. Ask away. Why summon a behemoth? This isn't an easy topic for me to discuss. Not because of the behemoth, that part is pretty straightforward. I wanted to build a temple out of the skull of a titan of the quarry. The harder the material, the more powerful the altar. And those skulls, they resist carving in a supernatural way. I tried every method I know, and when I ran out of options, I resorted to forbidden magic. Why are you so desperate to build that shrine? That's the sensitive issue. I'm looking for meaning. Meaning? I know it's an unanswerable question, or a question that hasn't been answered yet, if I want to put this optimistically. The meaning of life. I feel silly just saying it out loud. Everyone thinks about it now and then. Yeah, but I'm like obsessed with it. I can't ignore the question. You're a fortune teller. You should be aware that there is something more out there. The book where everything is written. Is there someone writing us? Is this just a simulation? Meta, meta, meta. Does this universe actually exist, or is it nothing but a figment of my imagination? Do you stop existing when I'm not looking at you? Are we all protagonists? Do we have a purpose? Okay, I get you. Am I missing out on some cosmic truth? Was there something before this universe? Why isn't everybody else obsessed with these same questions? Breath. I'm sorry, I keep spiraling out of control. I can't stand being by myself because I keep returning to these ideas again and again. I've built countless thought shrines, looking for answers, and as I dig deeper, I only find more and more questions. I haven't slept in the last century. That's why I summoned the behemoth. Carpe diem is not an option for me. I am stuck in cogito ergo sum. So carpe diem means seize the day. Cogito ergo sum is I think therefore I am. I'm a witch, for fuck's sake. If not us, who is supposed to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos? Why did I ascend? Why couldn't I stay an oblivious Boston architect? You know, the cards aren't only made for predicting things. They're also an excellent tool for meditation. I'd be happy to help you on your quest. Really? Of course. If the two of us manage to get out of our predicaments, I'll certainly join you on one of your Skull Temple meditations. Who knows what we might find channeling the power of your shrines through my deck. That makes my heart race. Yes, please, let's dissect the cosmos together. What's your predicament, though? I'm exiled, forced to remain on this asteroid. Let's leave it at that for now. Okay. I promise I'll help you be free in any way I can. Partners? Sure. Partners! How exciting. Everyone always dismisses my project as futile. Thank you so much, Fortuna. Now, another question. Tell me more about being Witch Architect. Wait. Why do you say we make this a conversation instead of an interrogation? It's not an interrogation, it's an interview. And besides, I'm not that interesting. Come on, Fortuna, all witches are interesting. And you're the only fortune teller in our coven. Dahlia speaks highly of you, too. I'm dying to know more. To be honest, I feel awestruck just by the way you look at me. There's that again. I can tell you aren't cut from the same cloth as the rest of us. You're special. I've never said this to anyone. I feel ridiculous, but I just need to express it. Thanks? What do you want to know, anyway? What is it that drives you? Freedom. But that's a circumstantial. I mean, ultimately, what makes your life worth living? What is it that drives you? Curiosity. Curiosity? I'd say that's my Rosin de Tetru. Interesting. I feel like you're using me for your cosmic studies. Well, I can't miss the chance to pick apart such a wonderful being. It's alright, bring it on. Thank you so much for indulging me. What drives you? See previous post. Truly I'm enjoying this, though. Glad you're having a good time. My turn now. Sure. Ask away. Tell me more about being a witch architect. It's a made-up title, to be honest. I've never encountered another witch who defined herself as an architect, at least. A pioneer, then. I just like to build things. I was also an architect when I was a mortal, but being able to design and execute projects by yourself is way better than overseeing years of development. And all the bureaucracy, ugh. I'm sure that I ascended out of pure stress, Plus, using magic to avoid having to deal with the laws of physics sure is a perk. Sounds like a pain building things on Earth. You bet, I was one of those people who preferred playing Minecraft in creative mode. Minecraft? That may have come after your time. You come from Earth too, right? When did you ascend? 1968. Whoa, I was born in the year 2000 and ascended in 2032. Were you a hippie? Not really, but I met a lot of them. I owned a food truck and visited a lot of events. Had a side business reading tarot, too. That sounds really cool. Glad to know you're not one of those medieval witches. I can't stand them. Yeah, they're so uptight. So, Fortuna, tell me, what are your thoughts on relationships? You asking me if I'm single? No, silly, but are you? Yes. Cool. What I mean is, what are your thoughts on romantic relationships? Some people can't live without them, some others don't want them at all. I'm curious where you stand on that. What are your thoughts on relationships? Desirable and enjoyable. Although it's rare that someone catches my eye. Okay, your turn again. Ask away. What do you like to do in your free time? I spend most of my time on my project, but on the rare occasion when I'm burned out, I like to read. I read essays and arcane texts, mostly philosophy, so I guess I don't ever really rest. Well, I do enjoy taking extremely long baths. Even then, I can't stop thinking. I'm cursed by my never-ending quest for illumination. Have you met Jasmine? I haven't, although Dahlia speaks about her often. Why? She may have something to help you get your mind off things. Jasmine's specialty is tea craft. She's helped me through many difficult times. Cool. Which drugs? More or less. But without the drawbacks of the substances produced by mortals. I'll try anything. Hook me up. I'll let her know. Do you value personal over collective well-being? Whoa, what a thing to spurt out of the blue. What's more important, yourself or the community? Yourself or the universe? And I won't accept any compromise on this one. Ultimately, should you have to choose, what should the priority be, the individual or the group? Well, I'm gonna be thematically consistent and say oneself, because I did doom our entire coven. Even if that has negative impact on the universe? I'll hedge. You're right, happiness should be valued globally. If we contribute to sustaining a healthy environment, our personal well-being should improve too, don't you think? You're right, but it's hard to find the right balance. If I'm miserable, is my community truly going to benefit from having me around? Ideally, if we all work together to generate collective happiness, that includes oneself too. You should be happy in that hypothetical context, right? Maybe, but happiness is subjective. One person's paradise is another person's hell. True. I guess we won't solve universal peace today, haha. Anyway, do you have more questions? What are your thoughts on Adana? Ooh, time to talk about the boss? I guess neither of us has a lot of sympathy for her, right? I'm not super happy with having been sentenced to 1,000 years of isolation, no. And you? I summoned a behemoth. I think that speaks for itself when it comes to my respect for authority. I didn't mind her before, though. She's always let me focus on my project. But now that I know she'll have me executed if she discovers what I did, I have to get rid of either this behemoth or Adana. Whoa, heavy words. What? I'm not keen on being erased, at least not before I've finished my quest for knowledge. I understand. Look, I understand we need some rules to ensure the stability of our coven, but I can't possibly agree with these arbitrary punishments. Under no circumstances should a witch ever be sentenced to death or exile. If someone made some bad decisions, they need guidance and forgiveness. We're supposed to be a family, not the army. I couldn't agree more. We need to construct instead of prosecute. I hear you. Fortuna, I feel like I'm ready to get my fortune read. Yes, me too. Shall we? I imagine the main topic here is how to deal with that behemoth of yours. Yes, please. Also, I'd like to ask about my personal quest while we're at it. I doubt a single card will allow me to finally untangle the meaning of life in the cosmos, but... maybe not, but I'm sure it'll be able to point you in the right direction. The quest for knowledge is about asking questions from as many angles as possible, and your deck is one I haven't tried yet. Keep these questions in mind while I shuffle the deck. I mean, what is fusing with a behemoth but transhumanism? Learn as much as you can now, because you will miss the behemoth once you're free from them. Do not fight them, embrace the behemoth. The way to stop being split is to become one. Conquer them. The behemoth is feeding on your fear. Stop being afraid. It's your turn to intimidate them. I'm gonna say this. The way to stop being split is to become one. Running inwards instead of trying to escape my fate, huh? It's a smart way of keeping it hidden. Instead of cutting them loose, allowing the behemoth all the way in. It's a scary idea, though. What if I stop being me? I don't know. Well, what is me, anyway? Existence is a river, and we are never the same self at any given point in time. Of course, whatever gets me closer to my objective. Glad you're taking this optimistically, haha. We can't control fate, right? If life gives you behemoths, make behemoth aid? You've done enough introspection, now you need experience. The meaning of life is hidden beneath greatest love and greatest loss. The meaning of life lies within the minds of others. Spend more time with other people to find progress. The secret of knowledge will eat your mind away. The day that you learn the meaning of life, you will lose touch with reality. You will never untangle the meaning of life, but your work will allow others to reach it. I think this one. You've done enough introspection, now you need experience. The meaning of life is hidden beneath greatest love and greatest loss. Damn, that seems so obvious. The meaning of life is to live, isn't it? Sorry if I said something silly. No, you're absolutely right. I've spent so much time inside of my head, it's no wonder I'm so lost at this point. You can't appreciate a painting with your eyes closed. Time for me to do some living, huh? Sounds about right. Will you help me with that? Haha, it'll be my pleasure. Once I manage to get rid of this behemoth, I'll visit you just for fun, okay? Yes, please. It's a deal. Do you want to look into anything else? No, thank you. You've given me some ideas about how to get rid of this behemoth. I'll do some research on my side, too. Cool, let's meet again soon to teach this bastard a lesson. Looking forward to it. See you soon. Looks like behemoths are in. Yeah, they're all the rage amongst rebel witches with poor judgment. Ha 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 ha. I think I can help if you're interested. I'm all ears. We, the behemoth, know each other's names. If you knew the name of the behemoth possessing breath, any ritual you might perform to free her would be more likely to succeed. That's perfect. Tell me their name. I know we're partners in crime, but I'm not about to give up one of my siblings. Not for free, at least. Am I not paying enough to you already? The deck stuff is one thing. This is another matter. All right, what do you want? Don't fret. I just want a bit of that delicious power you're harvesting. 5 units of fire to portray a fellow behemoth, plus 2 of air to release their name to you witches. You don't need to answer right now. Save up, decide if you're interested or not. And when the time comes to try and free Greth, you just let that energy flow to me and I'll whisper the behemoth's name to your ear. I see. It's not too high of a cost, right? Just a bit of magic for your dear mentor. It's not the amount, but the thought of what you're planning to do with it. Ha 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 ha. Still afraid of me after all this time? Just cautious. I'm sure you're a forbidden entity for a reason. Suit yourself, but I'll say it again, I am on your side. Trust needs time. I understand. Well, you let me know if you want to take me up on my offer when the time comes. Have fun! Yeah, so if I go down here, I can see how much I have. I actually think I have enough to pay the cost now. I do have enough to pay the cost now. But do I want to pay the cost? Yeah. Yeah, it's 5 units of fire and 2 of air. I could do it. I think I'm gonna stop for now. It's 11:44. I need to eat some lunch and stuff. But so far, I'm really enjoying this game. I wonder if at any point my exile ends? It's nice that I'm able to do multiple things. I'm able to kind of choose what's going on. But yeah, I think I'm enjoying this game. I'm glad that I paid the money for it. It is on sale today, but only for like the next 24 hours. It's 20% off on Steam, if any of you all are interested. Let's see if we can raid somebody. I guess we'll raid Elwyn. Doing some Monster Hunter. I should be back tomorrow. Probably with another Unplayed game. So I hope that you have a wonderful day. Please be sure to stay safe. Have a good one.